And what we're seeing, I think what's really affecting us right now is what's happened in the United States. $360 billion, if my memory serves me right, US billions in subsidies to support largely, the new Green New Deal that's actually being called the Inflation Reduction Act for some reason I don't understand. But it's a Green New Deal. And for instance, with green hydrogen, this pipe dream that some people in this country are pursuing, they're up in arms because they're not going to be able to attract the capital they want because it's all going to the United States. So now the Australian government is subsidising green hydrogen to the tune of $2 billion. It's the same old, isn't it? As you say, it's a race to the bottom. And you talk about video games, there are much bigger things at stake, aren't they?
Exactly. And we should be competing, of course. So what I'm saying is not saying we shouldn't be competing. Of course, we should be competing, but we should be competing on the right things. So you have to actually create an attractive country, an attractive labor market. You have to qualify your people in the right kind of way. You have to do all these supply side things actually to really keep your country attractive, but you shouldn't be competing on things like tax breaks and subsidies because that is ruinous. And in the end, taxpayers will be paying a massive price for that. In Australia, you're already doing that. And now New Zealand is actually trying to do the same. But it's an arms race that no one can win, apart from a few lucky companies that will get undeserved tax breaks.
Oliver, you began this interview by fact-checking the New Zealand government. I think you might have fact-checked me. I think I might have said November, the election. I believe it's October. Is that right?
It's October the 14th.
So just quickly before we end, how's it going? How do you think it's playing out?
Oh, it's 50-50. At the moment, it's really hard to say. We had an opinion poll last week, which had the opposition slightly ahead, really by 2 seats in a 120-seat parliament. We had another opinion poll from Roy Morgan just a couple of days ago, which had the government actually slightly ahead. So at the moment, it's really hard to tell. I think a lot will depend on actually how this economy will do over the next 4 months, because Kiwis are feeling the pain because of rising interest rates, rising mortgage rates. It's really hard to tell, but at the moment, I wouldn't want to put a bet either way.
Well, Oliver, it's always good to talk to you, to take a moment's relief from our own economic and political madness on this side of the Tasman and hear about yours. I wish you all the best. You're doing a great job over there. Thank you, Oliver, for joining us today.
Thanks, Nick.